Hey, this is Mr. D. I'm going to demonstrate how to do the third type of animation in Photoshop, which is puppet warping. So, first thing you do is find an image in Photoshop. I found one of an eagle, and that'll work well. And then we want to open that up in Photoshop. The image you find needs to have a white background. Okay, white background, not transparent. White. Okay? So, here we have some type of an eagle, and we want to do some animation to this eagle. So, I'm going to double click the background layer, and then just click OK. Then I'm going to use the magic wand tool over here, and I'm just going to set a tolerance of 33. I believe that'll work well. And I'm going to click on the background. Okay, so I want to make sure the background is all selected. And then I'm going to go up to Select and then Inverse. Okay, so I have just the eagle selected now. And then I want to right-click on the eagle. I want to be on the eagle, and I want to right-click, and I want to say Layer, or I want to select Layer via Cut. Then I'm going to use the paint bucket tool to make sure all of layer 0 is white. So I will click on layer 1 on the eyeball to turn it off, and so now I see layer 0, and I click on layer 0, and then I go over to the paint bucket and make sure I've got white selected right there, and then I just dump white in, and I want a tolerance of 100 so that when I dump it in, it covers everything. So now I have white there. Now I go back to layer 1, and I'm going to go ahead and show it again. And then I want to do a Command J, which is another way of duplicating the layer. So I have a copy of that layer right there. And I want to go to Edit, and then down to Puppet Warp. And you see it puts this mesh over the bird. And then what I want to do with this mesh is I want to put some points in different places, and you have to experiment with this to see where you need to put these points. You don't need to put them everywhere, but I don't want, right now I'm putting in points of places that I don't want to move. Okay, well I don't want that to move, and I want that to move, and I want that to move. And then you're going to have some movement, and you'll see what I mean. So right now I want to put I think I'll put one right there. Okay, and I think I'll put one right there, a point. And then I'm going to go back to this point, and I'm going to move it a little bit. Okay? And then I'm going to go over this one, I'm going to move it down a little bit. Okay? I'm actually want to move it about this far. I'm going to move this one about this far, even though it goes off the page there a little bit. Okay? Now, I'm now going to go up to this check mark because I want to say, yep, I like it. Okay? Cool. So now I'm going to go to the original layer. Okay, back to this one. And I want to duplicate that layer. Okay, so I can right click on it, duplicate it. Got it? Okay. Now I want to make the animation window appear. Go up to animation, and I want to go over here again to this little icon down here, or in the corner of the animation window, and I want to make frames from layers. Okay. Now, if you go down here in the animation window, we don't need this one right here, right? So we're going to throw that away, throw that frame away, and we don't need this one, so let's throw this one away. So now we're left with these two frames, okay? And if I go ahead and click on this, this is what I've got. Kind of funny. So some things are moving that I probably don't want to move, but as you can see, that's how you make stuff move with Puppet Warp. So I could go in here and slow it down a little bit, maybe go to 0.2 seconds in between, and then let's see how that looks. That's a little better. Great. Now, if I want to add a background onto this, I will click on Layer 1, okay, the Layer 1 eyeball. Or I'm just going to click on Layer 1, I'm sorry, just click on Layer 1. And then I want to paste something in the background. So I just need to open something in Photoshop that I would want to maybe put in the background. So let's just do this sunrise thing, all right? And I'm just going to go ahead and select a big part of it. I'm not sure how much to select, doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and select and copy, go back to my eagle, and then with Layer 1 selected, I'm going to go to Edit Paste, okay, and then I'm going to go and see what this looks like. There we go. And now we have the bird flapping its wings. Now you could combine animation, the different animations in Photoshop, to make maybe a bird flying around flapping its wings. That certainly would be possible. That's a little bit high level, but it certainly would be possible.